what's going on, Heat fans? It's your host, MA. It's Wednesday finally, so you know I'm back with a new episode. And this episode's going to be a little bit fun because we're just talking about rumors. There's a couple of rumors that have been going on this week and kind of happened this weekend too. So let's get into it. It's about Giannis, it's about Dragic, it's about Jrue Holiday. That one happened today. And let's talk about it. Let's get into it a little bit. All right, guys. But thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. This channel is growing. All right. So, guys, thank you so much, and ladies, for coming to enjoy this episode with me. Today is Wednesday, November 4th, and we still don't know who the president is. So that gives you some context of what's going on today as of right now. So we'll see what happens with that. I hope you guys voted. If not, it is what it is, but I hope you did, if you are allowed to vote, I hope you did vote no matter who you voted for. I just think it's a privilege of ours and we should exercise it whenever we can, because then if we don't, then what's stopping them from taking away from us, right? So just, hope you guys did. If you guys could, I hope you guys did. So, I like to start this stuff out as like just saying thank you to you guys. And I really want to say thank you again, because I don't know what's going on, but this channel, these videos are getting, in the 200, 300 views now. And it's amazing to me. Like, I started with only 20 views per video, if that, and then now there's more people watching it and more people liking it and more people commenting on it. And man, guys, it's crazy for me to think like you guys are enjoying this. And I hope you guys are enjoying this, because I did this for fun, really just to not go crazy in this, house I'm in, because we're all quarantining and stuff and trying to be safe. But man, it's really cool, and it's really awesome to see that you guys, appreciate this, and you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. And I'm trying a new system now, stuff. So like, you see me not looking at the camera really, and sometimes because I'm trying to get used to how I'm moving the camera around. So I apologize for that. Stay with me though. But thank you guys so much. Like, this is really awesome. And if you guys can, please share, like, subscribe, all on YouTube. I'm really pushing the YouTube page. That's what's been growing the most. Podcast channels haven't really been doing much, but if you're listening on podcasts and you guys are enjoying it too, that's awesome too. I appreciate it. That's cool. But thank you guys, everyone on YouTube. Definitely appreciate it. If you guys can, please share. Please continue to comment. Please continue to give me your tips. It helps, and it's greatly appreciated. So thank you guys so much. Thank you. Now, let's talk about what we're gonna get into today, right? And it's about Giannis. It's about Jrue Holiday, and it's about even some of our players: Dragic, Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson. And then there's a big vote coming up for the players, not just in a national scale like we all have to do, but they have a vote in accordance to the NBA. So we'll see what's going to happen. And I'll talk about that first. So guys, either tomorrow, which is Thursday, or Friday, the NBA players will be voting to see if they want to start the season on December 22nd. So that's a big vote. That's a big thing. Really, it's who knows what's going to happen. And honestly, my bet is most players in the NBA are not superstars and don't have a big salary. Yes, like they do make a lot of money. Even the small guy on the bench that's not playing that much is making better money than most of us, most likely. But, as of anything, everyone else has family, everyone has friends, everybody has interests in other places. So I think the majority of the players will vote to have the game start December 22nd, because that just creates the most revenue for everybody. It creates the most revenue for the teams, creates the most revenue for the players, because they get to keep all that money back. Those contracts are signed to play 82 games or more, depending on playoffs. So if they don't fulfill 82 games, legally, these NBA teams can go to these players and go and say, hey, you didn't fulfill the whole contract, so we don't need to pay you the whole thing, which is, it's business. It is what it is. They handle their business. It is what I'm not their lawyer or agent. But let's think about it. Like, only 22 teams went to the bubble. 8 teams did not. 8 of those teams had 15 players each, most likely, or more. So that's a lot of players right there that have been itching to play. So I'm sure all those 8 teams that did not go to the bubble do want to come play. They just probably like, yeah, start the dang season already because we got to play already. And then every other team that didn't make the playoffs in the bubble or got knocked out early, I'm sure is ready to go. The only teams that are probably not going to really vote this in really quick are going to be the teams that just finished playing, which is the Heat, the Lakers, Celtics, who else? The Nuggets, maybe. All these guys probably want a little bit more rest, but most of the league, I think, is going to want to play. So that's cool, though. That's exciting for us NBA basketball fans, for us Heat fans. Now we get to see basketball faster. It's going to be a crazy whirlwind season. I'm sure they're going to try to do 72 games, which is pretty doable. I think that we might see some crazy back-to-backs, whatever. I don't want to get into the logistics of all of it too much, but it's exciting to know that the game's coming back and I got to keep doing this, so that's cool. And we'll see. I mean, I don't. There's just concerns with the Heat. Like, yes, we might be tired, and yes, it's a short window for draft picks to get into the team and learn everything and start being a contributor. That's going to be tough, and especially for those lottery teams. Those lottery teams, most of them did not make the playoffs, did not go to the bubble, so they're gonna have to ramp stuff up once they get that pick. So we'll see. And so it's going to be a little awkward. We'll see, a short free agent period, which can affect a lot of things, and which I'm going to get into. So, which is a great segue to what let's get into next. Now, I don't know if you guys know her, but Ashley Nicole, which is a sports television radio host. She hosts a show on iHeartRadio called The Greek Zone, which I haven't heard of it. I've never really listened to it. If you guys watched it or listened to it, let me know what you guys think and what it's about. But she seems really knowledgeable in the NBA and knows a lot of what's going on. And she actually bombed out saying that Giannis is ready to sign a long-term extension with the Heat if he was traded to us or whatever. So, and there's a lot of talks right now that the Warriors are primed to make Giannis a trade like for Giannis to the Bucks. Like they already said Andrew Wiggins, a lot of picks, and another player that hasn't been named really. And this is all from Ashley, so I'm not trying to say I know all this stuff. Like Ashley informed me. If you want, go to her Twitter at Ash Nicole Moss, and she has a little video in there explaining how she knows all this, because apparently she found out that, or she knows, or people locally, I guess some of you who live in Miami might know that Giannis lives in Miami during the off season half the time. He goes to Greek for a little bit and he comes to the States and hangs out in Miami because he owns a house, and he keeps training until he has to go back to Milwaukee. So if anything, it tells you a couple things. It tells you that Giannis does not like Milwaukee that much as a livable place. He lives there during the season because he has to. Like, you're not gonna go live somewhere else in Miami and then try to practice every day in Milwaukee. Like, that's unrealistic. But it's kind of crazy because I did not know that. So that sheds a lot of light to the Giannis decision. And I think, and Giannis and Bam Adebayo share the same agent. So, they're talking, or in some way or form they're talking. I think that's why Bam's been really working on his shot. Like, there's a lot of reports coming out saying that Bam's immediately working on his shot, trying to get better at the mid-range. He wants to extend it to the three-point line eventually. And I wouldn't be surprised if next year he starts launching at least 1-3 a game to just get comfortable to it, but also shooting like at least 3 to 5 mid-range jumpers when he needs to a game, and it's something that we needed, because you saw in the playoffs, he needed to shoot those shots, and he did make a lot of them, which helped his game grow tremendously, because it gave him more space, and it had the defenders having to respect him and as a player. So big ups to you, Bam. And I think he's also doing it because he thinks Giannis he's a good chance Giannis is going to come to Miami, which, for me, honestly, guys, I still have concerns of Giannis in Miami. A lineup, a trio core of Giannis, Bam, and Jimmy worries me because of the shooting. Giannis, we all saw that series. He could not shoot. He did not want to shoot. He looked scared to shoot against the Heat, and that's a big reason why they lost. Bam is still growing into that shot. He's not 100% confident with it. You can see that, but he's growing into it. I mean, I see the potential that he could be a really good shooter eventually. But it's still something he has to work on. And then Jimmy Butler, in the playoffs, he shot great, right? He shot great, but in the season, he did not shoot the ball so great. So, and historically, he's not the greatest shooter of all time. So it worries me. And it worries me because with Giannis saying that he will sign a long-term deal with Miami and not with the Warriors, that means Milwaukee is going to try to trade this guy as soon as possible. So they might do and so it comes down a lot. Actually, it comes down to Giannis' decision on this extension. Does that mean that he's not going to sign an extension this offseason with the Bucks? If not, that's big news. I mean, now the Bucks have to make a decision. What do? Do you play out the season and hope that you change this guy's mind? Hopefully, like LeBron and the Cavaliers did way before he went to Miami. They let that play out. They didn't want to trade him. They're like, you know what, we're gonna make the best of it and hope he stays. And then he left for nothing. Well, we traded for him basically, but we didn't trade players. We just traded like picks and cash or whatever. But we did. But he left the building without much given to the Cavaliers. So the Bucks got to ask, do we do the Kawhi thing and trade him to somebody? And then another team has to do the Kawhi thing too and take a chance and take it in Giannis and going, hey, we have a team. And that didn't work out for Toronto too much. Yes, they won a championship. Luckily won a championship. Kevin Durant tore his Achilles and Klay Thompson tore his ACL. If those two things did not happen, if maybe one of those things would have happened, Toronto might have not won that championship. Let's just be real for a second, right? Let's just be real. But it's something that's reasonable. Like, I can see a team take a chance and just trade him for Giannis, and it will be like a big team, like a team that can let go of assets. I can see the Clippers maybe doing it. Maybe the Warriors pull the trigger, but I know the Warriors have been reported from Ashley that, they don't want to give up all that stuff if Giannis is not going to commit. And Giannis already said that he's not going to commit to the Warriors if he was traded there. He'll still not sign an extension. The only team so far that he said that he'll sign an extension for is Miami. That's big. I know. It's big news. It's scary, and it gets bigger because now I think, okay, going back to the Kawhi thing, do we hit the button and trade him for during this offseason or during the season? But if that happens, guys, we're losing a lot of pieces. I guarantee right now, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Herro, Kendrick Nunn, all three of them with other players and picks will be included in that trade. No ands, if, or buts. I don't care what anyone says. Those three for sure are getting shipped for Giannis. There's no way in hell Milwaukee goes, yeah, if you just give me him and no Tyler, you're good. Don't worry about it. We'll live. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to try to get everything they can. And the Heat's main treat that's in front of everybody is Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro has a song out now. Tyler Herro is still having videos come out. Tyler Herro has all the swag right now. So they're going to want Tyler Herro. And they're going to want Duncan Robinson because if you see all the stats, he is becoming an elite shooter of all time. Like, you can see that if he keeps up this pace or exceeds it, he's going to be known as one of the best shooters of all time. So they're going to want Duncan Robinson. And then Kendrick Nunn was a surprise second place Rookie of the Year, started and scored 16 points a game. So who doesn't want that? And all these guys' contracts are super friendly. And but is all that worth it? Do the Heat trade all of that for Giannis, even though he's going to stay? Because then we got to rebuild the role players again. We got to find the shooters again. We got to find the role players that can start. We got to find the undrafted players. And that's a lot. I mean, our scouting team has done it a time and time again. I know this. But if Giannis is coming, I'd rather just wait. If Giannis is coming, guys, I'd rather just wait till next offseason and sign him outright. And try not to trade and lose anybody, because Tyler Herro is still under contract. After this upcoming season, he'll be on contract for 2 more seasons. And then who else? Duncan Robinson is a sniper. We'll have his bird rights. Kendrick Nunn will have his bird rights, or we might trade him, whatever. We'll have plenty of cap space. It's like, do we need to do it? Do we need to? I don't know. I don't know. I'm torn between it because it sounds good, like who doesn't want a 2-time back-to-back MVP by the time he was 24 years old on their team? I mean, I'll be stupid to say no, we shouldn't get this guy. Like, no, that's dumb to say. And yes, we should keep Bam. We shouldn't trade Bam for him for nothing. I don't care what anyone says. We don't trade Bam for Giannis. And no, we don't trade Jimmy for Giannis. Like, if we do this, it will have to be those players that trade it. And Bam. I mean, honestly, defensively will be amazing. I mean, that's a great, amazing defensive team. Transition team. Oh my God. Talking about Showtime Lakers, Showtime Miami. I don't know, Miami Magic City, whatever you want to call it. You guys, that would be amazing to watch. I will go crazy watching that because that's going to be fun defensive team basketball with run and gun type of style. So I'm all for Giannis coming to Miami as long as Bam becomes a better shooter and we have the right players around them because we're going to need shooters now. Like, if we get Giannis and if we trade everybody else away, basically, and Giannis, Bam, and Jimmy is our core, like everybody else around these guys have to be shooters, 3-and-D guys. Like, no matter what, you got to be good at 3-and-D. And we're gonna need one more playmaker because those guys are all playmakers, but we need a small guard playmaker still, like a Lou Williams, like a Tyler here, like someone like we need a small playmaker, right? And just to ease the pain. Of course, that could be Dragic, but we all know Dragic is getting older. He did get hurt, so his concerns. But there's a lot of concerns. But yes, you do pull the trigger if it's Giannis. But if you don't have to pull the trigger, like, you know what I want? Okay, this reminds me of Melo to the Knicks. Melo already said he was going to the Knicks, basically. He's like, yeah, I'm going to the Knicks no matter what. He didn't say that exactly, but everyone knew that he was going to Knicks in the offseason once he can leave the Nuggets. But the Nuggets panic, and the Knicks panic for some reason. They're like, forget it, let's trade everybody for him now. They trade Danilo Gallinari, Wilson Chandler, Raymond Felton, and I don't know, so many other players that were actually pretty decent for Melo. And then Melo goes to a team that's, bare bone after that trade. It's just like some of those players like Danilo Gallinari would have been perfect next to Melo. Perfect. Wilson Chandler, perfect addition next to Melo as a bench player or a starter maybe next to him, There's so many things. And it's like, man, like you did not need to do that. And, a lot of people say that was a bad trade. Like that's not looked as a great trade just because Melo was going to go there either way. And that's what I feel like is going on with this. Like, I don't want to be that team. I don't want to be the Knicks where we fuck up and we trade everybody away to get the guy who we were going to get anyways, because we were worried. Like, no, let's calm it down. We're still going to be in a destination. Like the guy, I didn't even know the guy had a house here. We're still going to be a destination that he wants to go to no matter what. Cause we already proved that we're here to win championships and all we do is built to win and play hard. That's all we're built to do. Like we don't do the thing that we try to suck for a little bit and then we hope for a pick. Like we don't do that. That's not Miami. We don't do that. And I think Giannis vibes with that hard. So let me know what you guys think because it's in my head I'm going back and forth. I'm like, yeah, do it. No, wait. Do we do it? No, but he's gonna come anyways. I don't know. What do you want? You do want to do it? I maybe. Okay. Wait. Tyler, do you like go Tyler? I don't know. Tyler's pretty good. Did you see him last year? Oh yeah, he was good. Okay. Look at me. I just had a conversation with myself, just with you guys here. So I'm going crazy. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But when Ashley dropped this the other day, yeah, definitely made the engine turn in my head. Now, let's talk about something else. That's the Giannis thing. We'll see what happens. I will say the number one thing to look out with Giannis is see if he signs that contract extension. The minute we have it officially confirmed that Giannis is not signing that extension at all with the Bucks, now we start going, okay, is he coming now? Are we trading for him? We're going to wait. Then you start asking yourselves those questions. Then you start getting like, oh, what are we doing? That's when you do that. Let's try not to get ahead of ourselves too much like I am because I'm going crazy. Okay. All right. So the next guy let's talk about this guy has been blowing up today. Woke up, went to Bleacher Report, and Bleacher Report's like, yo, guess what? The Pelicans want to trade Jrue Holiday. They're shopping him around. Woo! All right, Stan Van Gundy looks like he wants to go young. Looks like he wants to build on the young team. Let's keep the Lonzo, let's keep the Brandon, let's keep the Zion. Let's add another young one in there, and then let's build it up. Still got Josh Hart too. Let's do something. And that's smart play. I mean, Stan Van Gundy is not the type of coach to go in there and be like, yeah, I'm a championship coach. I'm here to win a championship this year. No, the guy's a builder. The guy built the Pistons. The guy built the Magic. He didn't have time to build the Heat because Pat Riley was the architect. Whatever it is, what it is. But that's what he wants to do. He wants to be the architect. He wants to build the team. He wants to stack it up, right? Jrue Holiday allows this guy to get some pieces back to keep building. He's only getting older, and he doesn't really bring what they need to compete at a high level right now. He has what other teams need to play at a high level right now. And in my last video with the hot trades last Wednesday, I mentioned Jrue Holiday as a trade. Maybe we can trade for him. Now, though, what's being reported, though, is that the Heat are willing to trade Tyler Herro for Jrue Holiday. And if you remember my video, my episode, I said, no. Do not do that. Like, you don't. Tyler Herro's ceiling could be higher than is multiple All-Stars. Let's be real. Jrue Holiday only has one All-Star appearance and is in the East when he was with the Sixers. He's had some amazing seasons with the Pelicans, some that maybe he should have been an All-Star, but for whatever reason, he's in the West. You got Russell Westbrook, you got James Harden, you got Steph Curry, you got Klay Thompson, you got all these guards in your way, Jrue Holiday. If you're not going to be in the playoffs, you're not going to be in the All-Star game in the West. That's basically how it goes. Unless you're Brandon Ingram for some reason. That one's most improved. As you see, I'm still pissed. Whatever. But what the hell? Do we trade Tyler Herro for Jrue Holiday, though? I don't know. And I don't think we're going to do this trade. As much as I think it could happen. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I got to do a pause. All right. Sorry, guys. I had an important phone call. So I don't even know if you're going to put this in the video, but I'm going to have to cut it, snip it, do something. But if not, then you just saw me jump and go, hey, hold on, guys. And I'm back. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? So you know what? I might actually keep that because I like being real. Like, I don't like the whole, like, yes, cutting and editing is fun sometimes and make videos and episodes of stuff of other things great. But I'm more like, I like being real. I like showing that I fuck up because it's something everyone does. And, it is what it is. Like, you're not, I'm not trying to be perfect either. I'm just trying to be me and have fun while I do this. So please don't judge too hard if you are judging right now. But if you enjoy it and you don't mind it, hey, I appreciate it. So let's go back to Jrue Holiday. And like I was saying, do we trade Tyler Herro for this guy? And Tyler Herro's a Milwaukee guy. But if we all know the Tyler Herro story, Tyler Herro got mocked the hell out of Milwaukee because he decided not to go to Wisconsin. He went to Kentucky. And a lot of people were like, what are you doing, bro? You're the Wisconsin kid. You're the Milwaukee kid. You got to go to Milwaukee. And they were like, nah. And he's like, nah, bro, I'm going to go to Kentucky because I want to be known and I want to be seen and I want to be able to play against the best. And look what happened. He got number 13th pick to the Heat and he dominated in the playoffs as much as he can for a rookie. Made a name for himself to have a rap song. So I'll feel bad if Tyler Herro. I'm an idiot. I'm talking about the Giannis thing. Look at me, I'm jumping everywhere. Well, actually, if he gets traded to the Pelicans in New Orleans, I feel like his swag will fit. You see, I'm not perfect, guys, but Tyler Herro to the Pelicans. I mean, that's definitely Stan Van Gundy will want that. I can see it. Like I just said, Stan Van Gundy is trying to build those young assets, get younger, maybe build a little bit and build a franchise with it. So, and I'm sure he brought up JJ Redick, so I'm sure he sees like, oh, I can do this with Tyler. I did this with JJ a little bit. I'm sure I could do this, but JJ didn't have the handles like Tyler, so I could do this with Tyler. So, I'm sure the interest is there. But do the Heat have the most or the best package for this guy? And I don't think so. And I think who I do think the team will trade for him is the Nuggets. The Nuggets definitely need a player like him. The playoffs showed it. You can't have Jeremy Grant or Paul Millsap at his age be your third best player. I think those guys are great role players and they're great 4 or 5 players, meaning like they come up, they play well when like they're not expected to. Like that game, like Tyler Herro's a couple games this playoffs where like no one saw it coming really, but when he did it and he had some big games, you needed it, and that's what happened. That's what Jeremy Grant did. Jrue Holiday, what he'll be is a consistent force of good games. You'll more likely than not he's gonna have a good game than bad games, and you need that consistency, right? And I think that's something they sorely needed, and a veteran too. They needed a veteran who's been in these situations before or been in tough games before and could navigate the team out of it or through it. So to me, I don't think Jrue Holiday's coming because I think there's other contenders that can offer other things. And I guess and we still gotta try to stay flexible for 2021 because we don't know the Giannis thing. And there's gonna be other players such as Kawhi that can be available. Like let's say Giannis decides to go somewhere else and now we don't have money for 2021. When Kawhi decided to leave LA, like he's like, you know what, I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna leave LA because they're not doing anything, and he's looking for a new home. And honestly, if he loves LA because he wanted to be in the sunshine in the home, he'll love Miami. We all know Miami's like the LA of the East, but not really. It's like a weird conglomerate of stuff, but it is sort of the LA of the East. And you know, we gotta stay flexible. And Jrue Holiday has a player option for 2021. And if he picks it up, that eats up all the flexibility basically. And then we're stuck with Jrue Holiday and Jimmy and Bam. So eh, I don't know. I'm not too excited about it. Now, one thing I did forget to mention, and I think this player's decision will sort of dictate what Pat Riley and the Heat do, and it's Bam. Bam has a decision to make. And if we start the season in December 22nd, like he needs to make this decision sooner than later. And he needs to make a decision with his agent saying, hey, do I want to ask for the extension right now to extend his contract and guarantee that he's going to get paid, for the years? And as a player, I can see him wanting it because you don't know if you're going to get hurt. That, yeah, we pray to God, we hope this guy does not get hurt ever, or at least, significantly that he has to alter his game and he can't be the same player anymore. But that's possible things. That's happened in the NBA before. We all seen stories about this, right? And I wouldn't blame Bam wanting to sign a contract. Now, why wouldn't the Heat sign him to a contract now to lock him up? Okay, well, if we let him play out his contract, we'll have his bird rights. Well, he'll be a restricted free agent. We can match any offer, whatever any team offers him, we can match it. So it doesn't matter. We don't. It's not really a big threat of us losing him. And the bird rights, what that guarantees that we can sign him over the cap because we have the rights to him. So of course, it's like it's more complicated in the sense, but in the end of the day, like because we have his bird rights, we'll be able to sign him. So if he doesn't ask for an extension, we are super flexible in 2021, where like our team and Andy Ellsberg and Pat Riley can come up with a plan on what players we're going to sign and how we're going to sign them and when we're going to do it to make sure we maximize that cap space as much as possible. Like he's done all the time. Like how you got Shane Battier, how you got Ray Allen, how you got all these dudes. It's because Andy Ellsberg, his mind just knows how to play the salary cap number game, and he goes bam, bam, boom, boom, boom. Look at that! I just got 10 million for us. Let's go sign that boy over there. And then it's like, okay, we signed that guy. And it's like, okay, we didn't know we had the money for that. So, Bam can expedite these decisions if he does decide to get an extension this summer. I mean, this off season. And then I could see Pat Riley and co go like, you know what? We're not going to be as flexible as we thought. We might need to trade. And if I'm going between Jrue Holiday and Giannis, I'm going to pick Giannis all day. And it's because it's going to be, you stay flexible, you stay flexible and you got the guarantee almost that Giannis is going to stay in Miami because he said he'll sign an extension. So, I mean, I guess I just I don't want to lose Tyler Herro for Jrue Holiday. But if I need to, I had to, I'll lose Tyler Herro for Giannis because it's not every day a 2-time MVP goes, hey, I want to come to your team and sign a long-term contract. That doesn't happen every day, you know. That's something you got to consider and take into account. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about Jrue Holiday and Giannis. I really want to know what you guys think about this. So please, please, please. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and then I'll be done, is Dragic. Now, it's being reported by the Inquisitor that Dragic could be recruited by his Slovenian teammate and pal and his mentee, Luka Doncic, to the Dallas Mavericks. Yep. Luka can definitely get into Dragic's ear and go, hey, I got a team over here that needs someone with your experience. And we've played together. We've won a championship together. What do you think? And I can see Dragic considering it, especially if Dallas offers him a 2 to 3 year contract, and the Heat are going to only offer him 1 year contract. I don't care what anyone says. The Heat will offer him a bloated 1 year contract this summer or this offseason. I keep thinking it's the summer, this offseason. But Dallas has an intriguing offer. Hey, 2 to 3 years. Come play with your pal Luka. You got Porzingis. We got a good thing going over here. We're definitely going to be better and better each year because of Luka. You guys already played together. You guys know how to play together. And if you guys want to see that, I tell you guys, if you haven't done it yet, YouTube the 2018 Euro Championship with Slovenia winning it, and see how Luka and Dragic run the table on everybody. I mean, every European team they face, they just, they were so good together. I mean, and that's when I knew Luka was going to be good. And that's when I saw Dragic, to me, that's when I really saw, I was like, dang, Dragic is so good. Like this is how you know he's good, because he's just balling out over there. It's amazing. So, oh man, I mean, that's scary. And it's scary because I think it could happen, guys. Like, I'm a little worried now that Dragic could leave to Dallas. I'm not going to lie, guys. It's a little worrisome because Luka ain't nobody. I mean, Dragic is his mentor, is Luka's mentor. He brought him in a little bit. I'm sure they talked a lot during this last 2 seasons about how things go and, how do I do things and what I do here and what I do there. And I'm sure they talked about and entertained the fact, hey, what if I came to, what we played together one day in the NBA? I'm sure they've entertained that together. I'm sure they wanted to do that. So it's a little worrisome, guys. And I don't know. There's not a whole lot of veteran point guards in this free agent class this offseason that can provide what Dragic did for us. There's not. And what main intangibles Dragic brings is his playmaking ability and his experience in championship games now. Like that's going to be super hard to find in this. And so I'm a little worried now, guys. And I don't know what we need to do. We might need to do a hey, Dragic, stay in Miami campaign or something to get him to sway back to us. But I mean, if the offer's good enough and he likes what he hears from Dallas and the Heat take too long, like how we did with Dwayne Wade a couple of times, and that last time Dwayne Wade said, I'm out the door, you waited too long, you're not going to give him the money. And Dragic could do the same thing, like Dragic gave us everything to the point where he got hurt in the finals. So I'm sure he can go to bed thinking I gave it my all for Miami. I filled my fulfillment, and he can go and, end his career probably in Dallas with his friend Luka and helping him become a better player and possible champion. It could happen. I can see it. It's a good story for them. I don't want it to happen, but I can see it. I don't know. But all right, guys, you know what? I think that's it for me today. And I just want to thank you guys again for everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I really do appreciate it. It's been awesome so far. I can keep doing this. So don't worry about it. Friday, I'll come out with a new episode. Maybe we'll talk about some more rumors. Maybe I'll talk about a past team. Maybe I'll talk about a specific game. I don't know yet. It's a lot of things to talk about. But we'll see. But again, guys, thank you so much. Please let me know your thoughts, though. Please share them. Please share the YouTube channel if you can. I really do appreciate it. Everything, guys. Well, that's it for me. Peace out.